Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be continuing the last week's lesson, and that is the boy who sold wisdom. If you have not watched the first part, I request you to please watch it and then come back to this video. So let us begin. The two maids went to their queens and told them about the quarrel, adding all sorts of colorful details. The queens were now furious and sent complaints to the king. Each of them sent word to Babu that he was the witness on her side. If he didn't speak in support of her, she would have his head chopped off. Babu was in a panic. When his father heard of this, he too was in a panic. Finally, the son said, "Let's go and ask Nagendra. He has wisdom to sell. Let's see what he has to say to get me out of this scrap." So father and son went to Nagendra, who said he would help, but the fee would be 500 rupees. Gupta paid him the money, and Nagendra said, "When they call you to court, pretend to be insane. Behave as if you understand nothing of what they say." The two maids, they went to their queens and they complained about the quarrel that they had in the marketplace. They did not say it exactly. They added all sort of things. They made up new stories and they complained to the queen. Now the queen was very angry, both the queens. They were very angry and they gave complaint to the king. Now the king wanted to solve it out. So each of them, that is the queens, they sent a letter to Babu saying that he has to be the witness on their side, and if he doesn't support them, then they would kill him or chop his head off. So now Babu was in panic. They were scared. Even his father Gupta was scared. They did not know what to do. The son, that is Babu, he suggested, "Let's go to Nagendra because he has wisdom to sell. Maybe he can help us." So when they went there, Nagendra agreed to help them, but he said that he will cost 500 rupees. So Gupta immediately paid the money, and Nagendra said, "When they call you to the court, that is when the king is calling you to the court, you have to pretend to be insane, that is crazy. Behave as if you don't understand anything, act as if you're mad." Next day, the king called the witness. He and his minister asked Babu various questions, but he wouldn't answer any of them. He merely babbled and uttered nonsensical syllables till the king lost his patience and drove him out of the courtroom. Babu was delighted by the success of the ruse. He told everyone about Nagendra's great wisdom, which soon became a buzzword in the marketplace. So the next day, the king called the witness, that is, he called Babu, and the minister as well as the king, they both asked various questions to Babu, but he started acting as if he doesn't understand anything. He started acting mad. Now the king lost his patience, and then finally he said, "You go away from here." And that's how Babu was saved. And Babu was so happy that he started telling everyone in the marketplace about the wisdom that Nagendra had given him and how he saved him. And because of that, people started knowing the value of Nagendra's wisdom. They were all impressed by him. Now Gupta was not pleased. He saw that his son would have to feign madness always, or else the king would find out he had been tricked. He would certainly chop off his son's head if he found out. So back they went to Nagendra for more wisdom. For another 500 rupees, Nagendra advised them, "Go back to the king when he is in a good mood and tell him the whole story. He will find it amusing and will forgive you. But make sure he is in a mood of laughter." And so Babu followed the advice, found the king in a merry mood, and told him the story. The king laughed a lot and forgave him. Babu's father, that is Gupta, he was very unhappy. Why? Because his son, that is Babu, he always has to be mad right now. Why? Because if the king finds out the truth, then he is going to kill him. So he was very upset or unhappy about it, and he was worrying a lot about it. So he thought that he would go back to Nagendra to get out of it. So he went to Nagendra, and Nagendra again asked 500 rupees, and he gave them a wisdom. And what was that? He said, go back to the king when he is in a good mood, because that is very important. When he is in a good mood, go and tell him the truth, tell him the whole story. He will find it amusing and will forgive you. But you have to tell it when he is in a happy mood. So Babu followed the advice. He found out that the king was in a happy mood one day, and Babu went there and he told the entire story to him. And the king laughed a lot and he forgave Babu. Then the king, who was intrigued by what he had heard of Nagendra in the market, sent for him and asked if he had any more wisdom to sell. The boy said, of course, I have plenty to sell, especially to a king. But my fee would be 100,000 rupees. The king paid him the 100,000, and the boy gave him a piece of paper on which he had written, think deeply before you do anything. The king was so delighted with the advice that he made it his motto. He had it embroidered on his pillows and engraved on his cups and plates so that he would not forget it. Now the king was very much impressed by Nagendra's wisdom. So he called Nagendra to his palace, and there he asked whether he could give some more wisdom. Now the boy, that is Nagendra, he said obviously he is ready to give the wisdom, but especially for a king, but it will cost 1 lakh, that is 100,000 rupees. And the king paid him immediately, and he gave him a piece of advice written in a sheet of paper, and that was, think deeply before you do anything. That was the advice given to him. Now when this advice was given, king was so happy with that advice that he made it his motto. That is, he had engraved it everywhere in his palace. The cups, plates, pillows, a wall, everywhere, so that he would not forget that wisdom. Some months later, the king fell ill. The minister and one of the queens had been conspiring to get rid of him. So they bribed the doctor and persuaded him to poison the king's medicine. When the medicine was brought to the king, and he lifted the golden cup to his lips, he read the words engraved on it, think deeply before you do anything. Without suspecting anything, he thought about the words, lowered the cup, and looked at the medicine in it. The doctor, who was watching all this, felt nervous. His guilty conscience made him believe that the king had guessed that his medicine had been poisoned. While the king was thinking, the doctor threw himself at his feet and confessed to everything and prayed to be forgiven. But the king ordered that the doctor must be arrested. Then he sent for the minister and the queen and insisted that they drink the poison in his cup. They too fell at his feet and begged for mercy. He ordered them to be hanged, and he banished the doctor from his kingdom. He made Nagendra his minister and honored him with wealth. Now, after some months, the king fell ill, and the minister and one of the queens had been trying to get rid of the king. They wanted to kill him. So they bribed the doctor who was about to treat the king. They gave him some money and they forced him to poison the king's medicine. So when the medicine was given to the king, he lifted the golden cup to his lips and he saw those words over there. That is, think deeply before you do anything. So without suspecting anything, he just started thinking about that words. Now the doctor who was watching all this, he started getting scared. He became nervous. He thought maybe the king has found out that the medicine has been poisoned. Now, when the king was thinking all this, the doctor, he immediately started crying and he confessed that, and he told that I have poisoned your medicine, please forgive me. But the king ordered that the doctor must be arrested, and because of that also the queen and the minister who had conspired, they were also called, and they too asked for forgiveness. But the king gave an order of hanging them, and the doctor was banished away, that is, he was taken away from the kingdom. He is not allowed to come to that place again. And he was so impressed by Nagendra. Because of Nagendra he was alive, so he made Nagendra his minister and he honored him with wealth, and Nagendra was very happy with his life. That's the end of the story. So in case you have any doubts, you can comment below. Thank you for watching, and do subscribe for more videos.